everyone, welcome back to my channel and the very last episode of this series, Create and Innovate to Elevate. And you guys, I'm telling you, I have created this keepsake journal. I have been very innovative and I have elevated not only my craft but my frequency, my vibration, my energy, you guys. This was so much fun to work with. And I'm a bit frustrated because I'm not able to show you exactly how beautiful everything is because of the camera and everything. It's quite early in the morning, you guys. Yes, quite early in the morning. So the sun is not up, but I want to go ahead and get everything videoed and out to you guys. I'm going to tell you right now, this is going to be a long video. So go grab your tea, go grab your coffee, go grab your wine, whatever libation you choose to indulge in, and have a sit down and let's go over this. Okay, so I have the journal propped up on just a book, and I'll show you guys that in a little bit. But for those of you who are possibly tuning in for the first time, when I started creating this journal, I propped the box, and this is what is this? This is a flat rate small envelope. Is that what it is? But it's one of the really, really small envelopes. So that is what this is, okay? And when I propped it up, to me, it immediately looked like a grand piano. And so that is what I have mimicked here, as you can see. And I didn't think that I had the time to create this. So I asked if someone else would do it for me. Well, I was thinking about that, and it was like, how dare I go out and come up with this series and then ask someone else if they would go and create it. So I had to do this for myself, and I'll tell you guys, I love the way that it turned out. As you can tell, because I am usually not this talkative so much. But anyway, I love this, and I'm going to kind of maneuver everything so that you can see it better. So let's see if that will work, and then I can explain some things to you guys. Okay. So, and I'm trying to check the camera to see if everything is in frame enough. I'll come back a little bit this way, I think. And I'm sorry for the fabric that is possibly a little bit too busy, but I wanted something. The other lace I was putting down was kind of blending in with the lace on the journal. So that's why I've got this fabric. But isn't it beautiful though? But anyway, okay, so this is the piano itself, and I don't even know where to begin. So this is the piano, of course. You see the little keyboard that I made, and this is the little bench that goes with the piano, of course. I even thought about getting a doll, you guys, and sitting the doll up there as if they were playing the piano. But anyway, my little girl no longer plays with dolls, so I don't even have that option. Well, I could have gone to a thrift store and purchased one. Oh my gosh, Tuesday Morning has this beautiful melanated doll with a beautiful dress. That would have been perfect. You know what? I think I will go and buy that doll for this. But anyway, okay, this is going to be an extra long video. So, you guys have been watching me. Some of you have been watching me put this journal together, and yes, I'm going to have to remove the glue, the fabric glue with some acetone. So let's take a pause here. I'm going to pause, and I'm going to come back. Okay, now we're back, and you hear that, you guys? So if you paid attention to the title, it said Music Box Journal, and I think I'm going to go with gold and silver, or silver and gold music box journal. However, it'll be in the title, so I'll have that figured out by then. But yes, you do hear that, and some of you already knew because you pay attention to details. But if not, you can see that. Yes, you guys, this is a music box. So this is the seat, but encased in the seat. And before I do that, I want to turn it over because I will forget. This is my stamp. It says Clemmy's Creations limited edition. And yes, this is a very, very limited edition. This is just some of that bling trim from Hobby Lobby. You guys, I was running out of the trims. As you see, I've used quite a lot of it here, and this stuff is pricey. So anyway, I thought I had some hinges, but I didn't. So you guys, you know what? I simply used my well punch and I made that a hinge. So the box opens up and you have make each day a story worth telling. This is the smaller stamp, and there's a tuck spot for a little hidden note. And I've just used some paint, and you see all the gold highlights of everything, and that pops open, you guys. And I even I painted the box itself. So inside this little seat is just a piece of this beautiful fabric and just some beautiful trim here. I wanted something in there to kind of house behind the music box. And so that's what that is. Now, if it'll go back in just the way that I had it, would be perfect. And it didn't, I'll fix that up all nice later. So that tucks back in snugly, and this closes. Now, I am toying around with this, but it is a bench of adding this, so you know to pull this up. So I have these little hinges. You guys tell me what you think. Should I add that or no? Okay, so this is something that I completely threw together because when the journal is down on its legs, the bench is way too far off. So I have this little stool, or whatever you want to call it, to sit the bench on top of. And I've just decorated it with some more trim and those pieces with some lace covered over it. Okay. And at the end, did I say that already? This is a long video already. So at the end of the video, I'm going to show you guys highlights of me creating this journal. So I'm going to move this to the side, okay? And there is, oh gosh, tons of lace. And I believe this is lace that I got from Terry. And I think she may have possibly, I don't know, got this from Reem. I'm not for sure. It's been so long ago, you guys. Anyway, so I've used that, and I've just layered lace, tons of lace, you guys. So it sits up like that, and I'm just going to turn it around, and hopefully you guys can see it in all of its glory. Yes, yes, yes. And this is the back of it. And I don't think I'm through adding bling. I started thinking I was adding too much, and I was like, you know what, just go all out. Just use it all up. And so that's what I was doing. But anyway, so there is the back. You can see that. So I'm going to turn some more. I need one of those, and I think I have one in storage, you guys. I know it's awful. Everything is in storage. My goodness. Okay, so this is the main part of the journal, right? Because we've made that together. So this, you guys, let me make sure that you see all of these things. And this is the little kickstand or whatever that holds the top of the piano up. But you guys, look, this must move out, remove. And this is my little keyboard. So I'm going to take this, and I've trimmed it in gold on the side there. And I'm going to move this to the side as well. Okay, now to removing the journal off of the book. So I'm going to do that. Let's see. Let's do this like this, okay? I'm going to remove the little kickstand and take the journal out. And this is what it is sitting on, okay? Yeah, I could have gone in and finished that, and I probably will add something there, but I love this fabric, you guys. So I'm going to sit this, or push it out of the way for now a little bit, because we're going to get into this journal. So this is the journal, and where is, hold on. This is one. So this is what this is, you guys. Priority mail. This is the small flat rate box, okay? So from this to this, okay? So I keep saying that, you guys, but you're just going to have to bear with me. And trust me, if you think this is really nice, guys, it really is. This is stunning. I'm really proud that I continued on with this, because I almost did not. But anyway, I have these little die cuts here, and I punched them out with the craft text, because I didn't want to try to keep finding any black cardstock. So this is the craft text on the spine as well, and I thought I was going to break this Martha Stewart punch, and I have many, and this is the one that I always use, you guys. I love this punch. And so I've got the music note charms on the side, and you see all the hints of gold. I guess that's picking that up in the camera. So we're going to turn it over, yeah, to the back, and I want you guys to read this, because when I thought of that series, I had to make my stamp. Create and innovate to elevate. Yes, yes, yes. Clemmie's Creations. And I just love that, you guys. Yes, yes, yes. And this is, I think, some Hobby Lobby trim I've had for a while as well. So now we go into the part most of you have seen, and it's just very basic. So this is the final flip, you guys. Some of you know that I did like flat embellishing, not nothing like super fancy or anything. And even that, we were a little stuffed for time. Yes, time, because I'm taking so long. We were a little crowded for space, so I'm trying to get this in here and make sure that I am in camera. Okay, so I have just a piece of lace here with a little, I think I've got this from Walmart. You know, they have the little charms. I added that on top of the little lace. And this opens up like that. That pulls out. And this opens up. That opens up like so. And there is another one. And I was going to back these on something to thicken them up, but you guys, I didn't need to do that. It is double-sided, so you get both of those, and space is limited, as I was saying. So there is that. Okay, this is another little piece of trim, and I'm going to go slow because I don't want to forget anything. So they are magnets to hold this closed, so that's why that's connecting like that. Okay, so here is the big stamp, and it just says make each day a story worth telling. It's just paper clipped on. It will come off. And then this piece, as I got from Sharon, is made out of Tyvek, and I love using that to make pockets and fold outs. So all this is, it just flips over. There is, I'm gonna have to lay it down. There is a large tag, and that one says notes. There's the front of it, and I'll go in the front this way to put it back in. And there is also another pocket here, and this slides in. This will slide out. Okay, so there's a large pocket, and that's a large tag. There's the back, and it flips up. So you have that. So you guys don't blink. It looks plain, and it is plain, but I did some little things to, some of you may know, but anyway. So let's move on to these signatures. And I think I got most of everything embellished and finished up. Not, I'm saying embellishing, you know, the papers added. So these were my closures. And that just flips up. And as soon as I said that, I clearly did not get everything finished. I forgot all about that actually. And there are just two little tags here that need to be polished off a little bit. And that comes back down. And we'll close that. Now the opening for these file folder signatures is just on a tab and these pieces. Now I'll link the digital kits that I've used down below. So I have some of these actual calling cards that are really nice, but this one came from one of the paper pad kits. This is not authentic. This is, well, enough of that. And when I created this page, you guys, my silly butt had it open to this page, and I was like, oh, that will be perfect. It will go in perfectly, right? And then after I finished everything, I was like, oh, Clemmy, you were way off. But not too off, because see, this butterfly is tying in really nicely with the rose over here. So anyway, this is a little tuck spot, just a plain little tag. And we'll move to the next section. So this is just a little pocket that I've created. So since it is a music box and these are notes, I've used my notes stamp repeatedly, and that's just a simple tag there. I have some of these little ephemera pieces that come with the kit, and they say notes as well. They're plain on the back, and the pages are printed out on parchment paper, you guys. And there's another little tag, our little piece of ephemera to journal on as well. That just says music notes, and there is that piece. And I've just folded it up. So that's an offshoot that I've used and stuck in there. So I love how everything is just laid out, all of these flaps, and I just love all of that. So I have another little pocket here, another one of those ephemera pieces, and this is blank music paper, just to create some journaling prompts. But you guys, you already know how I feel about these papers. Just look at that. I mean, oh my gosh, they are gorgeous. Yes, yes, yes. And so I was supposed to use more of this. I got this little pad and the 12 by 12 pad at Hobby Lobby when they had that sale. It's a beautiful paper pad as well, but I only used the 4 by 6 pad, I think, or 6. Yeah, I was going to say 6 by 4. Girl, it's the same thing. Okay, and that's just one of those little tags. I like that punch. So that closes in that way. And we have, and you can tell that I've hit some of the gold highlights. And you guys, I started in the middle of this, or the front end of it, whatever part. I lost my inspiration, so I started making some plain journals, and one is done, and I have a couple of more that I'm working on. But I was just playing with using just a little gold highlights. And so this is something that I added in, simple, because I didn't want to do a lot of embellishing on the pages, as I was already quite stuck for space. Okay, so that's one of those tags from that little 4 by 6 paper pad. And there she is at her piano. Yep, and I knew it. I have extras of these, and I didn't add in the little tabbies or punches for those. I will do that. So lots of journaling space, you guys. Lots of room to add, well, I was going to say add photos, but yeah, you're not going to be adding lots of photos in here. because, I mean, you could, because the journal, you see, I don't have it closed, and I was toying with putting a closure on it, but it wasn't looking right. And then I was like, well, then I can just use magnets, and I was like, no, which I could still put magnets on there to close that. So that's the first signature. That's the last, that's the first signature. On to the next one. This is just this one, and this is a little more complicated because I didn't want, if I did two, just like on the first one, it would have covered up the Journal de Paris, and I didn't want to do that. So I created this trifecta. I created this little triangle or whatever of that, and I love just the simplicity of this. My daughter was helping me with this page. We both love purple. Purple is her favorite color. It's my second favorite color. And anyway, so doing all of that, and just plain coffee dot paper, and everything ties in so well together. I'm blocking the camera. Oh, goodness gracious. I didn't want to block that darn camera. Okay. Did I have that? So that's that tabby. And open that. That doesn't... There we go. I don't hear the scrunchy. Is Stephanie holding it closed? There we go. Because I like to hear that tearing away. It's breaking free. So anyway, and I wanted to add something else to this little piece, but everything is fine. So that will move out of the way. That pops up and close back. There's that tag. It's blank on the back. How do we go here? I don't remember, you guys. I don't remember. Okay. Now, if I lay this flat, I can get this tag out of this pocket. And you have to lay the journal flat in order to do that. So I've covered it with more blank music paper. And there's the back of it. And then we can move that back in the pocket. Okay. Quick flipping through these pages because they're just a repeat of the other pages. Beautiful images. And these are I did use the music notes. I punched them out of music paper and used them for tabbies. But as you can see, there is lots of room, you guys, for journaling. And that's, oh, don't tear. But yeah, so I was going crazy with the gold. I didn't let it dry, and so it got stuck. There's the back. Oh, okay, yeah. So these are just extra pieces for journaling, and a pocket, and I need to add some kind of tag for that. And there is on this little flap a little piece as well that opens up like so, and it sticks back in. Okay, on to the last signature, but not the last of that. So that pops open. Yeah, I didn't show you guys this one. I think I finished it. Okay, yeah. So there's that page. So that page that didn't print off right, guys, it went in perfectly with this. Now, it does have the purple lines where I needed to refill my ink, but it did go in perfectly with the other kit. I'll just do it like that. Okay, so what we got going on? Okay. So we have this flap here, and these are just long, skinny tags that go in these pockets. The same on that side. More journaling paper here, you guys. I'm checking my time. Yeah, this is going to be a long video. It's going to take forever to upload. So that's why I had an extra 2 sets, because I didn't do this one either. Oh gosh, did I do that one? No, I'm gonna have to punch some more. So anyway, all of this, you guys, lots of pages that are stuck together, some of them from the paint. And I love that I'm just adding in the 3 at different levels to that little pocket. And this was one simple signature because all of our main pages were on this flap. And I love how the file folders tied those 2 together. Got to unstick some more pages. Okay, so you guys get the message. Okay, so I fussy cut one of the images out and used it as a tuck spot. And we've got 2 tucks here and a piece of string. Okay, so there is that signature, but we're not quite done, you guys. I still have one little thing to show you, so bear with me. And this is just another fold out for more journaling. There's that. So, okay, like that, yes. And I was playing around, you guys. I've been watching some mixed media, and so I was kind of playing with that. And oh goodness, I had so much fun playing with this frame here. And it is, this music note here is stuck in glossy accents, but the black of that just, I mean, everything was just popping. I don't know if you can see that. It just turned out really, really nice, you guys. Okay, so let's bring this back over because I'm going to take this off and I'm going to move the book out of the way. It's just a book that I've taken apart. And you have this piece, okay? So this is what the journal sits on. This is the base of the journal, okay? So I'm going to bring my book back to sit this down on. And I'm going to see, and I show you some highlights of me making this little box. Yes. So there is that. And don't pay attention to this thing. That got warped off a little bit, you guys, but I learned the lesson of that and the way that I let it dry. Okay, so it is flat. It will sit flat and straight on there, but I want to show you this. So this is a book, okay, like this one here, and we've all seen these before, and I always thought they were beautiful, but I was like, I'll never do that, and I've done that. So what I'm not good at, a lot of things, but is collaging, you guys. So I've collaged some tissue paper and pieces of Sharon's kit, and yes, you guys, you can see what I've got going on here. So this little, you pull the lace because that is very snug in there, and I'll set that to the side, and this is what you have. Just another one of those images. Everything is sealed over. I did use the wax like Terry was showing us how to do to keep things from sticking because they were a sticky hot mess. Okay, now I'll put that lace back in there so I don't forget. So when I had the idea of that, and oh my gosh, this almost turned me around, you guys. I never thought it would take so freaking long to cut a box out of the book. So I also do not like making little books, and this one isn't, it's little, you guys, and it gave me all kinds of crap. It does have 3, I always forget what these things are called, 3, goodness, whatever these are. It does have 3 of those, and I was using the fabric on this little piece here, and I wanted to play with that again. So I will be making a lovely big journal with this fabric as I originally intended. So as I said, this book gave me tons. I had to tear it apart, you guys, because it wasn't laying flat, and it is so stiff now. I don't work with it much, but I finally did. It will have to get it. It is tight, but it does lay flat like that. The pages are not very embellished because after I cut everything out, you guys, I realized I didn't leave enough room, but I was not going to make it again. But I had to add this part into the journal, the overall journal. So quick flip here. This little tag just says this journal belongs to. Love that little stamp. And more of her pages. And I've done mostly stenciling on here. And I think, yeah, I do have one pocket. And that's a big pocket for this book. And there's that. Just stamping mostly, you guys. So more room for journaling. If I had gone in, I probably would have had a quite chunky little book, and it would not have fit. It's barely fitting in there now. So yes, this creation, guys, oh my gosh. Oh, it was fun, but it was exhausting. I'm so happy to be finished with this one and moving on to other things. I just love that. But you guys, if I make plain journals for the next 6 months, please do not be angry, because I have to just kind of get that out of my system. So yeah, so that's it for that journal, that little book. And I have to squish it back up like so, and it will go back in the journal like that. Okay, you guys, so for those of you who may be interested in seeing some highlights of me creating the journal, stay tuned. I'll be adding those now. You guys, see you later.